Hi there and welcome to this video. And in this video, I'm going to show you something that is going to totally shift how you see what you do at work and change the value that you perceive that you can give in the workplace. My name is Laura Chattington. I am the lead trainer at activatemycareerlive.com. And actually this video is going to be quite a practical one because I totally 100% believe in the fact that the more I can interact with you, the more that you can actively interact in these videos, the more value you're going to take away. So I'm going to ask you to take a piece of paper and a pen. And on this piece of paper, we're going to do an exercise called the 4 levels of value. And I learnt it from Myron Golden, and it's going to totally change how you perceive your daily schedule, what you do at work, how you communicate at work. And you know what else it's going to do? It's actually going to make your to-do list better, less. Now, what are the 4 levels of value? Good question. And really it is how society determines the value of the kind of work that we do. So it's how society determines the value of the kind of work that we do. And the key here for you is it's not about working harder, it's about working higher, right? And you'll see why in a sec. So let me repeat, just in case you didn't get it. It's not about working harder, it's about working higher. Yes. So, and if you're getting this, I just want you to say yes, higher, right? Because the more you communicate, the more you're going to make. The first level of value is called implementation. Just make sure you can see that. Yeah, implement it. And I want you to write that on the first step. I'm going to do exactly the same. Implementation. And so it should look like that, right? Implementation. And it's this level of value on the 4 levels of value is for those people who use their hands for their jobs. So painters and decorators, assistants, security people, people that drive buses, people who are sort of entry level in the office or coding or whatever it is, or someone who does your nails. Now, it's not that I'm saying it is unnecessary in any way. In fact, we need people doing these jobs, right? We hugely appreciate it, but these people are conditioned to think the harder you work, the better you'll live. And if not now, then definitely in a few years or in a decade, you'll just need to keep working harder. Now, you might be watching this and you might be like me, and if you're anything like me, you come from a family where I was conditioned to work hard. I was work hard at school, work hard at college, go to work hard. And eventually you can do whatever you dream of doing. The problem is the level of value of these tasks are perceived by society at the lowest. So even if we work hard, even if those people work hard in those jobs, they actually end up being paid quite low. So it's like work hard, work harder, gonna get to wherever you want to get to. But actually the value that society perceives these roles and these jobs is actually very low. So the second level is called unification. I want you to grab your pen and write it in. I'm going to do the same. Unification. And I'm not very good at spelling, so you have to go with me if I spell it wrong, but I think that's right. So unification. That's the second level of value. And this is where people who are at this level are managers. They're unifying teams, they're unifying people together, groups of people managing people. And this work is perceived by society as more valuable, right? But the thing is about this level is actually it's a lot of really, really, really hard work, isn't it? If you've ever managed anything or any people, you know that it's actually very difficult. You know, it adds more stress into your work. And here's what unification people believe. They believe that the more they educate themselves, that is going to give them the keys to a successful career. So they go and get busy getting degrees and MBAs and do courses and get as much education as that they can, because that's how they perceive they're going to get to the next level. Now, do you know people, I certainly do, who aren't as qualified maybe, and they still go further on? And so most of the time, people working at these two levels, they are slogging away in their jobs, making sure they work hard and they implement their tasks. And they're excellent at what they do. They're excellent at what they do, but I bet they have built strong expertise in what they do, and but they're working really, really, really hard. And that's not what strategic pros do. That's not where strategic pros operate at. Strategic pros operate at the next level. And the next level is called communication. And actually my original drawing ran out of space, but that is the next level. Get my hands out of the way. So you've got implementation, unification, communication is the next level. And this is so powerful because these people are using their mouths to add value. They're not working any harder. They've learned that if they can communicate and create conversations and interact and influence people, they can upgrade to the next position and the next position and the next position. Makes sense? It's simply by using communication. And that's why when you see people doing presentations or videos or, you know, speaking, or they're perceived as more valuable than people who are at those sort of other two levels. And that's why it seems that sort of these strategic professionals, these strategic pros, are worth more. They have more value, and they get promotions and they get pay rises and they get bonuses and they get new jobs, and you know, they create really, really valuable relationships in the workplace because they're communicating. And that is the next step up. And just to finish our 4 levels, the last level is actually imagination. I'm just writing that in, which goes on the 4th step there, imagination. I'm not sure I spelled that right, but you know what I mean. And we're not going to dig deep into this because this is kind of CEOs and founders, and they're just the guys that, you know, they're the ideas people, the ones that are using their imagination. But the important point is that if you're not a CEO, and assuming that you're not, that actually that level of communication is where you want to be so that you can create more value and be perceived as more value. Can you think of an example in your life when you've just talked, you've communicated to others, and it kind of unlocks potential for you and your career? And it really is the key to adding more value to what you do. So I want you to say, I will communicate my way to recognition. I will communicate my way to a pay rise, because that is how you get to a pay rise. That is how you get. Working hard isn't going to get you the pay rise. Communication is. I will communicate my way to promotion, recognition, and a pay rise. I'm not going to work harder. I'm going to work higher. And here's the thing. It isn't that difficult. It really, really isn't. There are lots of possibilities that open up to you once you start understanding that you need to go up that next level of value, go up to the communication level. And if you've got the right systems in place, then actually it's a lot easier than you think. So how do you get these systems in place? Well, the easiest thing to do is come and attend our free masterclass at www.activatemycareerlive.com, and we're going to be going through these levels of value and the systems that you need in place so that you can communicate in the workplace and upgrade your career, upgrade your title, get a pay rise, get a promotion, get more meaning in what you do at work, whatever that success means to you and whatever that means to you in your life. We're going to go through that process, go through that system. So all you got to do is come to www.activatemycareerlive.com, reserve your place, it is free, and I look forward to seeing you there.